Thank you. As I said, Friday night, we had an open mic night. I've changed everything I was going to say to you today because of the moment I had in that experience. Our music and arts director, Laura Weiss, sang that song you just heard from Sarah Bareilles called Orpheus. I've never heard that song before. And when she was through, even though we had already written the script and even though we had already had our Friday technical rehearsal, even though I was planning to say something completely different today, I couldn't help myself, and here we are. I don't believe that there is a traditional form of God. I don't think that there's some grand plan. I don't know why we have so much suffering in the world normally. And I really don't know why what is happening now is happening. But I do believe sometimes that things happen for a reason, and there might be something to fate, and there is so much that is unexplained. So when Friday night I heard these lyrics, I felt something happen to me. Don't stop trying to find me here amidst the chaos. Though I know it's blinding, there's a way out. Say out loud, we will not give up on love now. Lately, it feels like our capacity for love and hope have been under attack. It often feels like we are being bombarded by the lack of caring we often show for one another. The fact that the current leadership of this country, and I don't just mean one person, can't see their way through in a time of global pandemic to find a path of love and caring for those who are and will be suffering. We struggle enough when there isn't a global pandemic, but now more than ever, can't we find a way to love our neighbors? I have loved the good news stories that I've been reading and seeing, yet with all of the very public struggles we are having, I must admit, I have been struggling with my faith about what may come next. There is so much conjecture about what will come next. At this point, conjecture really is the only thing that can happen. We have no idea what will happen next and when it will happen. The what ifs are almost as overwhelming as the what is happening nows. Will it be this or will it be that? Will these things go and change completely? Will things stay the same? How long until whatever? These are all questions we are asking of ourselves and others as conversations and conjectures fill the air. One thread of all those suppositions is that this could actually be the time of the great turning. Or as eco-theologian Joanna Macy says, the movement from industrial growth society to life-sustaining civilization. Could it? Could this, for an instance, be the time when we will have health care for all, not tied to insurance from work? Insurance from work is failing because so many weren't already getting insurance from work, and now millions who are losing their jobs won't have it. This pandemic is highlighting that insurance and healthcare shouldn't be a political issue. Offering healthcare for our nation's citizens shouldn't be based on the marketplace. This is about health and wellness for all of our citizens, not just the ones who can afford it or whose jobs pay for it. Providing healthcare is the right and compassionate thing to do. Could this be a time when we modify the way we think of our democracy and government to put people in front of corporate profits, not because of some concept of lefty liberalism, but because we see that treating people with fairness and dignity and equality and respect as they toil for your company in the long run keeps companies in business and the economy balanced and healthy. There are hundreds of subjects like this, hundreds of subjects and policies and laws and practices built around money and power and systems that have long been designed to favor the few. So I've been asking myself, as I know many of you are doing, can this be the time where we finally see through this, where after all the suffering and the damage this pandemic is going to do, we emerge driven by the mission of transforming the world through acts of love and kindness and compassion, equality and justice. These and so many other things are on my mind, as we will eventually have to turn from what we knew before to whatever comes after. And I am praying that it isn't a rush to have things back to exactly the same. The same is what got us here today. The same didn't prepare us for dealing with so many of these difficult questions. The same really has left us, or perhaps more accurately for today, the same has left me doubting my faith in goodness and in love. The same has left me doubting that there is a thread of love connecting generation after generation that helps us overcome the fear and evil that surfaces through the millenniums and challenges our lives here together on this planet. And then there's something, a story, a friend, some kind of experience, maybe even a song sung on an open mic night on a Zoom call, with faces staring at each other from a distance as an act of love and mutual safety, with the words that say, I'll show you good, restore your faith. I'll try and somehow make a meaning of the poison in this place, convince you love, don't breathe it in. You were written in the stars that we are swimming in. And it has no name, no guarantee. It's just the promise of a day I know that some may never see. But that's enough if the bottom drops out. I hope my love was someone else's solid ground. I don't know about tomorrow or the next day. I think all we can do is keep trying to help remind each other of what this actually could be. There could be a new way, that it doesn't have to be the way it has been. Change is possible. It really is. It has happened before and it can happen again. It has no name, no guarantee. It's just the promise of a day I know that some may never see. So just like I felt on Friday night and yesterday when I listened to this song about 10 times, I so deeply hope that we can say that we did not give up on love today. And again, day by day, as we move forward, for that is all I can ask of myself. And it is all that I will ask of you. Amen. And may it be so.